Well, the wheels are well and truly come off. Can we stop the wheels, or at least put them back on in this episode? Well, maybe not. We have Fylde first up, and then Hartlepool. Hello and welcome to episode 22 of From the Bottom Up to the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games against Fylde in the Vanarama National League and Hartlepool also in the Vanarama National League. And since you were last with us, you'll see that we've not been having much luck with the form. You was last with us against Halifax Town, I think it was. A 2-0 loss. We then played a friendly, 3-1 win. Wasn't extraordinary. Then we played Barnet away in the National League, lost 4-2 after taking the lead in that game through Joshua Webb after 4 minutes. Just couldn't get back into the game and capitulated. We were tired as well. All in all, real rough time. And then we played Bromley away from home, and we managed to squeeze through on that one only by the thanks of a George Danaher penalty after 53 minutes. But we have changed the formation, so you'll be seeing that in just a moment. Transfer news, one outgoing, this one on loan. Lewis Gray, who has been complaining bitterly about game time, etc, etc. He's gone out to Nuneaton on loan for the rest of the season, so we'll see how he gets on there. He's still under contract with us until 2023, so he's got another season yet with us. And if he gets on all right there. A lot of people circling on Kieran Slicker as it stands at the minute. He is a very popular man. 13 clubs are looking at Kieran Slicker, so if we can hang on to him, we will be lucky. If not, we've put a bounty on his head of, I think it's 100 million. I'm not sure. Let's just check his contract. No. Transfer status. Here we go. Sorry, 40,000. So minimum we want is 40,000 for him to be here. Interest from Barnsley, Birmingham, Blackburn, Charlton and numerous other clubs are looking at him, including Aberdeen. And that is believed that would be his preferred choice. In fact, there's the list of teams that are actually looking at him. So we're expecting somebody to come in for him in the not too distant future. So I think it's inevitable he will go. So Lewis Gray potentially will come back in, because he was our first goalkeeper until Slicker came in. Right, so that leaves us with our first game of the day, and it's against Fylde. And here we are. You will see that they are currently first in the league, 83 points, 12 points above us. At one time it looked as if this might have been a 6-pointer. I suppose technically it still is a 6-pointer. Because we could actually gain 3 points and take it to within 9 points of them. This is a must-win game, I think, from our point of view. Yeovil Town just above us are at home to Woking, I think, in this round of games, and then we just need to be aware of Aldershot Town, who are behind us. And they're playing Notts County today. So technically a top of the table clash. Let's have a look at the team that's going to do. As you see, our formation has changed. Slicker still in goal. Winfield, Ram, Gordon and Egan Riley in defence. Kenyon at the base of midfield. Pinnington and Morton in central midfield, and then we have Jackson, Steels and Danaher up front. Kenyon is in because Goodrich is out. He got I think it was 15 yellow cards for the season to date, and for that reason he has a 3-match ban. I'm not sure if he's on his second or his third game banned, so does mean that he'll be out for a couple of games right now. So that's the team that's going out. On the bench, Allen is in as the substitute goalkeeper, and then it's Webb, Priestley, Fuster and Andrews. If you're wondering where Charman is, Charman was injured in the last game and will be out for a while. In fact, if we go to the medical centre, you'll see at the moment, here we go, Luke Charman, he's out for 2 to 4 weeks, and Peter Bassi, he's coming back from injury with a damaged heel. He'll be out for about 1 to 3 days. So yeah, that's why Charman isn't in the side today. Andrews takes up the space on the bench. Denhart obviously coming in for Charman, and that's the team that we are putting out to play Fylde. Let's hope it's a winning team. Previously we've done quite well against top of the table sides, and it's the lower sides that we seem to have problems against, certainly of recent times anyway. Right, assertively, I know we're underdogs here, but go on and give the fans something to cheer for. Nobody expects as a result there. Yeah, I think that one's got to be the one to do. Media giving us a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. And let's see what we can do. In our all-white kit, filed in the yellow and black stripes. And early highlights. Steals with ball in and headed back out. Kenyon with the ball on the edge of the area looking for an outlet. Steals gets it back. He's into the penalty area but hits the defender. Winfield picks it up in defence, brings it forward looking for Pennington. Pennington back to Winfield. Winfield back to Kenyon. Kenyon across to Morton. Morton to Danaher looking for a way in. Egan Riley back to Kenyon. Kenyon to Morton. Morton now puts it out wide to Jackson, and that was a save, or did that hit the crossbar? I'm not sure. Linesman was flagging offside, I think. And Winfield picks up a yellow card. Tell him to take it steady. And now Vinny Steels has done the same. We have a throw in. Egan Riley, and headed clear by their defender, but only as far as Morton. Kenyon picks the ball up out to Winfield. Winfield, can he get the cross in? He can, but it's not anybody in the middle. Egan Riley finds Morton to Kenyon. Kenyon to Danaher. Danaher looking, sweeps that ball in, but not really on target, not going anywhere special. And steals to Morton. Morton on the attack again, and way wide of goal, and that's really where we've come down to at the minute. But at half time we've had the better of the game. 8 shots, 3 on target against their 4 and 4 on target, and we've had a bit more of the possession, but so far, touch wood, we're containing them. Can we continue to contain them into the second half? Ben Jackson now picked up a booking as well. I think I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. I think that's the best team talk we can do. We'll tell these players to avoid the second yellow card. Right, Ben Jackson and Vinny Stills, the wingers, not really doing what they're supposed to do. Dean Pennington could do a bit more out of him, as well as Toby Kenyon. Right, We'll tell these players need to put their ideas up, and that's what we'll do. And let's see if we can progress any further in the second half. Tyler Morton now picked up a yellow card. And Danger Man has come on. Adebayo, he's the man we have to watch for. And 65 minutes gone. Tactics wise, Toby Kenyon not having a good game. Fylde can play in defensive midfield, not his best position. Pennington can play in there as well. Let's just change and see if being a ball winning midfielder on defend, he's preferred on support I think, but really that many options for us here. We haven't got a central midfielder, sorry, a wide midfielder that can take up the reins. So we're going to, for the moment, just stick with what we've got. We've changed Kenyon up to a ball-winning midfielder. What does Pennington want to be? Central midfielder on attack. Let's put him on attack and see what happens. Okay. Here we go. They have a throw in. They haven't had anything for a while. There's Adebayo. And oh, it was coming. Simeon Jackson, the scorer. And time for a bit of passion. And time for some changes, I think. Right. Webb on for Riley. And Fylde on for Pennington. Do those two changes for the moment. They have a throw in, I think. And our changes have been made. Oh, over the top. And Simeon Jackson is in again. This time's missed the target. Thankfully keeps us just in the game. Steals with the cross in. And now we're in trouble. We have an overload situation. Simeon Jackson. And again, he's just wide. But he's got his shooting boots on. And now Toby Kenyon has picked up a yellow card. Another frustrating afternoon. And nothing doing. We're going to take George Danaher off now. and bring on Josh Andrews and just see if we can sneak something here. If I go back into tactics, if I can, I can't for a minute. Now we can. What does he want to be? He wants to be a poacher on attack. Let's put him a poacher on attack and see if we can sneak something here. Confirm that. But I don't think we're going to. I think in the situation, I think we've been lucky to hang on to them at 1-0. Jackson, Winfield to Jackson, back to Winfield. Get the ball in. Crosses it in. Oh, just wide. I think it was going in and the goalkeeper saved it. Jackson with the cross. Headed clear. Ram there. Can he get it back in? No. And they've got the ball. And this could... No, it's going to go out for no highlight. And we've lost that by 1-0. And pretty much our season is over as far as any chance of getting promoted. I think not so good in that second half. Again, I think because we got tired. The good news is we have 10 days between this and our game against Hartlepool. So it gives us a chance to have a bit of a breather. All in all, I think we were okay. We gave it our best. Yeah, I think that is the team talk, because from recent experience we were down to lose big time there. Yeovil now 5 points above us. Aldershot Town right behind us at 1 point. So we are in danger of losing out and having to play, if we end up in the playoffs, having to go through the long route of the playoffs, which I'm not overly confident about. Fylde have secured a playoff spot at the very least. And we'll go through these off camera. And we will come back for the second game of this episode, which will be against Hartlepool. And yes, you saw that change partway through because our game against Hartlepool has been postponed. I think that's because whoever they were playing a little bit further on are still playing in the builder base. So it means that they've moved that on. So we've actually been 14 days between the Fylde game and the game against Barrow. Not a lot has happened in that time, but it's Barrow that we will be playing and not Hartlepool on the second game of this episode. So let's have a look at the team that has been selected. It's pretty much the same team as went out against and lost against Fylde. Slicker in goal, Winfield, Ram, Gordon and Egan Riley in defence. Kenyon stays at the base of midfield because Goodridge still isn't back from suspension. Pennington and Morton are all at central midfield. Jackson, Steels and Danaher up front. On the bench it's Allen, Webb, Priestley, Fuster and Andrews. And we can see Charman back here. He is recovering from injury about 7 days before he's back to full training, but he is actually back. He's coming up, so hopefully he'll be back to full fitness sooner than later. So that's the team we're going to go with for today's game. Or today's second game against the Barrow side at home again. And let's see if we can win and at least finish off this episode with 3 points. Right, so assertively keen to avenge what happened when we played Barrow last time. I think that's going to be the talk, and let's see whether we can sort this one out and change our recent form, which has gone definitely wayward, and we've slipped down the table now, I think, to about 4th, because Aldershot have overtaken us. George Danaher now picks up a yellow card, and that ball out. Jackson to Danaher. Danaher with the ball, looking for an outlet. He manages to get round the defender, fires it in, and it goes out. I think Steels must have carried that out, because it's gone out for a throw-in, unless he was offside. Get creative shout. That's inspired everybody. Ben Jackson, he's picked up his 9th yellow card of the season, and Kenyon's now joined him, and they have a free kick, and that one goes over the top. We've been suckers for those all season, and not looking to produce much here, albeit we've had 6 shots, 2 of which have been on target, and 66% of the possession. We really need to be trying to put some of this to bed. Right, that's going to be avoid a further yellow card, and then Winfield, Pennington, Steels. It's the same guys again that are not performing. I'm not happy with your performance. Buck your ideas up. Egan Riley with the throw in to Steels. Steels back to Egan Riley. Egan Riley now. Why didn't he pass it to one of the other players? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Toby Kenyon. I think he'd already been booked, so we're okay with that. And they have a throw in, but it's only as far as Steels. Steels now loses out, but Pennington picks up the loose ball. Morton to Egan Riley. Egan Riley with the cross this time, and Danaher misses. And Jackson has got himself sent off. Yikes. And I haven't learnt my lesson about putting another wide midfielder here. Morton can play out there. And Kenyon, I think, can play in there. So, at the moment, we're okay. We are round about time for a change anyway. Danaher's not having too bad a game, but he's not really produced anything as such. Really thinking Josh Andrews, see if he can actually score. And that's what we'll do for the moment. Having absolutely no effect whatsoever, and Anybody else tiring? Nico Gordon. He's getting tired. But they should all be okay based on the fact they've had 14 days to rest up. Show some passion. They have a corner, and that's gone over the top, thankfully. Otherwise, a miserable episode again. Come on, boys. We need something here. Winfield to Andrews. Andrews back to Winfield. Winfield, get the ball in. Andrews. And finally, Steels has his second goal of the season. Josh Andrews with the cross. And we've gone very defensive, which I'm not sure. I didn't make that change, but clearly, I think because we'd gone a man down and I clicked on right. I'm going to change that to a balanced as opposed to very defensive and hope that doesn't come back and bite us in the bottom. 3 points here would go down really well. Kenyon now with the ball forward to Andrews. Andrews looking for Steels. Steels in again. Can he make it 2? He can. His second goal of the game, and Vinny Steele's third of the season. So a brace for him. Good ball from Andrews again, and that's his second assist. And Steele's put that one away. A slight defection from the goalkeeper, but that's job done. And a good way to end the episode. 2-0 win, and maybe, just maybe, we're turning the corner a little bit. A little run now will do us the world of good. A good win, boys. Well done. Hand over to the assistant. End the team talk. And that's where we're at for the end of this episode. So still in 4th place, 2 points behind Aldershot, but we do have a game in hand over these top 3. So if we could win that, we would be here above Aldershot in 3rd place, and we can't be far off of securing playoff place. So we would then be 3 points off of Yeovil Town as well. How did our fellows Fylde? Winning as is usual against Barnet. So they pretty much have wrapped up the league this season. And Yeovil only drew 1-1 against Torquay. So that's why we've caught them up a little bit. So really all to play for, and we'll be back at the business end of the season now. We're going to come back around about, if we go find it, we're going to come back around here somewhere. Depending on how the results go in the next 2-3 games will determine where we come back in amongst this lot, and whether, I don't think it's going to get us an automatic, but securing the playoff place, it may well be that we finish up the season on one of these 2 games here. So that's today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with future episodes. New episodes are out every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m, and follow me on Twitter for all the updates on this channel and more. Thanks for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye for now.